Hello, friends. Intuitive Rene here, bringing you your daily tarot reading for today, Tuesday, the 11th of May, 2021. I have my Roots and Wings Oracle as always. We're working with it the whole month. And yesterday I used a White Sage Tarot deck, which is based on the Thoth Tarot system. So I've decided today to continue with another Thoth deck. And the Thoth deck, it's such a terrible word to say, quite difficult. Some people say Thoth, but the Thoth deck I'm working with today is the Millennium Thoth. So it is such an awesome deck, and Thoth is quite a different tarot system. So I'm quite excited to see what cards we've got and what messages they have for us today. So let's get straight into it with our oracle to get the theme. What is the theme or the energy for the day? And we've got breath. Okay, I love that. Breath, breath, it's something we do automatically. It's something that we absolutely need, of course. But it also something that I'm going to say we take for granted, because it's an unconscious, because it's something we do automatically, because it's not something that we are consciously mindful of every in and out breath that we take. It is an automatic, fairly automatic or muscle response kind of system or process. Breathing is that we do often take it for granted, but without it, we are nothing. Without it, we are not going to be able to move forward as these birds are doing. So breath is basically saying to you, let's get back to life force. Let's understand what our life force is. What is it that drives us? What is it that inspires you? And it's quite interesting that based on the cards we had yesterday and the cards we had on Sunday, so there's definitely this, let's get back to our inspiration. Let's get back to our roots. Let's get back to who we are, and let's focus on the things that are normally, typically automatic. Let's be more mindful of what we're taking on, what we're taking in, and also what we're exhaling and what we're expelling. That's very interesting. I like that. Let's get straight into the Thoth and see what message Millennium Thoth has for us. The first card we have is the Four of Wands. So we have the bird that's coming through again, and then of course we've got the Aries ram that's coming through. So Four of Wands is quite an exciting card because it talks about having commitment. It talks about being dedicated and committed to whatever it is that inspires you. Okay, so we have to understand that breath is life force. Breath is, without that, we can survive a period of time without food and water. We can survive a period of time without shelter. But without breath, we're doomed. Okay, so we have to understand what is truly important, what is truly significant, and we need to acknowledge and we need to celebrate that. We need to get back to being committed to the core of our being and the core of our existence. That's the way that I'm reading this. I think that's actually quite awesome. I'm actually quite liking that. So Four of Wands is saying to us, let's celebrate and acknowledge. Let's make a commitment to our physical, to our breath, to our in and our outflow, to what we hold on to and what we release and what we do with it on the in between. Gosh, this is going deep. Oh, and then we have card number one, the Magus. Magus is otherwise in traditional tarot known as the Magician. And the Magus is, you can see that he, first of all, he's smiling, he's happy, he's quite content, okay? He's actually feeling quite confident in himself. And he is surrounded by objects, things, tools, utilities, things that he can use to achieve whatever it is that he wants to. So if we look at the three that we haven't turned him over yet, but when we look at these three, Spirit is saying to us for today, for Tuesday, let's focus on our breath. Let's focus on what we take in. Let's focus on what we release out. Let's focus on those things that we do automatically that we don't normally pay attention to. Let's make a commitment to ourselves. Let's make a commitment to the core of our being. And let's understand that we are the only ones who can make positive changes. So what processes, what routines, what systems, what things are you doing every day automatically that you need to maybe be a little bit more mindful of, and understand that nobody, and it's quite interesting as I'm saying all of this, I'm hearing from Spirit, things like brushing our teeth. It's something we do every day. It's something we do on almost automatic pilot. We don't consciously think about the processes that we go through. And this is Spirit saying, and it's interesting how I was hearing about brushing teeth, and here we're talking about breath. Um, So this is spirit saying to you that, if you just make a commitment to be more conscious, to be more aware, to be more active in the things that you do, you are the only one who can highlight, identify maybe a couple of problems, a couple of areas of concern, and a couple of things that maybe need some tweaking and adjusting. And if you did that, you would be as happy, smiley, and amazing as our Magus is. Let's have a look what else we've got. So our final message, oh wow, is the Emperor. Okay. What I love about this Emperor, first of all, is the colors. I mean, we've got these reds and the oranges, and there's so much passion, there's so much vibrancy in the Emperor card. But then we've got this gorgeous, cute little fluffy baby lamb as well. So as much as he is all about structure and he's about control and discipline and actions and all of those kind of things, but he also understands that there's a time and a place for vulnerability, there's a time and a place for softness, there's a time and a place. And it's interesting how we've got all these Aries coming through. So Aries is all about head first, and again, head first is all about the breath, and not really thinking about consequences. Aries charge into things and think about it and worry about it at a later stage. But today, for the Tuesday, we need to be mindful of the things that we do automatically. Let's become more conscious. Let's become more in control, because that's what we get with these two cards, is consciousness and control. And let's be more committed to paying attention to the things that we do automatically and see how we can tweak and adjust so that we can be happier, more content, and more successful in our lives. So today, don't do anything on automatic pilot. Be more conscious and be more aware. Be more committed to paying attention and see where you can make some adjustments in your life. With love and blessings from my heart to yours. Take care.